Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Michigan Madman Show. I am the Michigan Madman, episode number 2. Today, we're going to talk about Nicholas Harber's recent quotes after visiting Michigan for the Maryland game, as well as why I don't think Michigan is going to have a particularly difficult time with Iowa. And yes, I know it's at Iowa, at Kinnick Stadium. Jim Harbaugh's never won at Kinnick Stadium, but it's a new day, and quite frankly, I'm upset. Close games against Iowa is disrespect.
Frankly, he's very mad. We're going to try to find out why, so we'll take some questions at this point from our studio audience. Yes, ma'am. Please stand and state your name and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm from New Rochelle, and I just don't understand why you so mad.
Yeah.
Like, what are you so mad about?
You want to know why? First of all, you can't be asking me no question. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be asking me no question. I'm going to tell you why I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why I'm mad. I'm going to tell you why I'm mad.
And I'm going to tell you why I'm mad. I'm mad because everyone forgot. They forgot that Michigan is the reigning, defending Big Ten champions. They forgot that not even 12 months ago, Michigan beat this Iowa team. Now, granted, some things have changed, but for the most part, this Iowa team is that same Iowa team we saw in Indianapolis that we beat 41-3. Let me repeat that. 41-3. That's with Cade McNamara throwing an interception. That's with J.J. McCarthy throwing an interception in that game. 41-3. Before I get too far in on why I'm mad about that, because I'm mad about some other things, including that Michigan State fan that had Tupac in that vile, disgusting, vomit green Michigan State Spartan hockey jersey. They took an image and they put Tupac, of all people, in that vile, disgusting, bile-looking green of Michigan State, and they plastered that on the internet, and there's the proof. It's gross. I'm also upset at Notre Dame fans. Yes, you are not exempt. You guys and you're disgusting. Please, for CJ Carr to declare early or like CJ Carr is going to be the savior of that program. It's disgusting. Stop it. All right. Back to what we came here for. Really fast. EJ Holland caught up with Nicholas Harber, got some of his thoughts. Nicholas Harber shared some of his thoughts after his Michigan visit on his Twitter account, where he basically says, if I go to Michigan, I'm change the game. And you know what, Nicholas, rather? I agree with you. Go to Michigan, change the game. But you know what I'm not about to do? I'm not about to tell you to declare early. I'm not about to beg you. They were begging CJ Carr, by the way, and this is Notre Dame fans, begging CJ Carr to come save the program. It's disgusting. But Nicholas Harber is a legit 5-star freak of an athlete, right? 10 to 100-yard dash, 100-meter dash. The guy is built like an ox. He can play receiver, tight end, defensive end, outside linebacker. It really doesn't matter the position. You just put Nicholas Harber in there. He's a game changer, and he feels the same. He also said Michigan made him feel like if he committed, then he'll change the game there. Like I said, if I commit, I'll change the game there. Michigan made him feel like the priority, not a priority, the priority. And if I'm being completely honest, he is the jewel of this Michigan recruiting class if they can land him. We've lost a bunch of guys that we thought potentially would go to Michigan, including guys that went to, the Catholics to the West in South Bend. Guys like Jagusa, we thought we were solid with, chose Notre Dame because they believed in that dream that Marcus Freeman was selling them. More power to them. Guys like Bowen believed in that dream that Marcus Freeman was selling them. More power to you. Jeremiah Love is still out there, but it looks like it's between Notre Dame and Texas A&M, and it looks like he's leaning Notre Dame, but more power to him. I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator. But at the same time, it's disgusting what you guys are doing. Shout out to Ryan. Ryan's a good guy. He's a Notre Dame fan. He's one of the few that I can palate. You know who I can't palate? That Dallas fan in DC and his tomfoolery on the internet. But that's for another day. I guess I'll take this time to tell you to go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe, please. We're trying to grow the channel, get you guys some more content, trying to be consistent with the content that we deliver. Also, leave your comments in the comment section. I know y'all see these vile, disgusting photos of these Michigan State fans putting Tupac in a Michigan State hockey jersey. It's disgusting. But moving right along, because I don't want to spend a lot of time today talking about the recruiting. We did that on the Monday show. But what we will talk about is this upcoming game Saturday at Kinnick Stadium. Now, some of the facts. Michigan and other top 5 programs have found rough sledding in Kinnick Stadium. Iowa City is not the place to go and not be on your A game. That we all agree on. What we don't agree on, though, is I don't particularly think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to tell you why. Right now, we've got J.J. McCarthy. He's a better quarterback than Cade McNamara. I'm sorry, all due respect to Cade, because I like Cade. J.J. McCarthy's better than that. In addition to that, we have a Heisman candidate at running back. And if he isn't a Heisman candidate, then the system is broken. Blake Corum should be in the Heisman running. We can all agree to that. What Iowa does well, we know they play defense extremely well. It's no secret, they always do. What they don't do well is play offense. That is also no secret. But let's take a deeper dive. Passing yards allowed. Michigan's number 4, allowing just 132.8 per game. Iowa, 163.2. They come in at number 14. Scoring defense, Iowa is number 1 in scoring defense. They're only allowing 5.75 points per game, a total of 23 points on the season. Now, granted, it's young. They haven't played anyone worth playing. The game that they lost to Iowa State beat them scoring 10 points. You know what Michigan isn't going to do? Score 10 points. I'm willing to bet whatever anyone wants to bet. We score more than 10 points. Michigan's offense, number 1 scoring offense in the country right now. 50 points per game. All right? Total offense, 489 yards per game. That's good enough for 19th in the country. You know where Iowa is? 131st. Anybody want to take a guess where 131st is in the country? FBS? Dead last. So let's not get it construed. Kirk Ferentz has done a great job in his time at Iowa. He gets some talented guys sometimes, including Caden Proctor, who's committed to Iowa right now, 5-star recruit. But you know what? They can't beat the Michigan Wolverines. Not this year. We cannot allow it, and it will not happen. I'll give you some keys to the game for me. I know everyone says you run the ball to open up the pass, But I kind of agree with that. We got to be balanced because they do allow only 73 yards per game on the ground at about 2.2 yards per attempt. That is very good, people. However, we do have Blake Corum. I expect him to play like Blake Corum. That offensive line of Michigan, I expect them to make and create holes for Blake Corum. I also think Donovan Edwards will be back this week. That's a huge, huge win for Michigan. Donovan Edwards, in addition to his running prowess, is an excellent receiver out of the backfield. Heck, and if we ever get in a situation where we need a ninth quarterback, we saw what Donovan Edwards can do. And guess who he did it against? This Iowa team. 75 yards to Roman Wilson. Everybody can remember that, right? I'm going to go ahead and give you my score prediction. I think we're going to dominate this game. I'm going to give it 41-6 in favor of Michigan. Iowa, I'm being very generous giving you those 6 points. I'm thinking you're only getting those 6 points because of those poor kids in that hospital window at Kinnick Stadium. If it wasn't for that, 41 donut. But I'm going to give you 6. I think y'all can get 2 field goals out of this thing. Obvious key to the game, Michigan cannot turn the ball over. J.J. McCarthy was a little loose with the football against Maryland. But, I'm sure he cleaned that up. The coaches cleaned that up. Matt Weiss said as much in his interviews. I'm sure we're going to clean that up. JJ, take care of the football. We should walk out of there. Easy win. I'm not saying Iowa is a trash football team, but Michigan is an elite football team with elite football team aspirations. We got to get it done. So, in closing, I will close with this. There is a team in the Big Ten West that I am a little worried about, and I think that you should be worried about too. Maybe next week I'll go a little more in depth on this team. But that team is the Minnesota Gophers. Let me tell you why. Minnesota right now is number 1 in the country in third down conversions. Minnesota is also number 1 in the country in defensive third down conversions, meaning they stop the other team on third down a whole heck of a lot, to the tune of teams only get 14% of their third down attempts against Minnesota. Minnesota also number 1 in total defense, allowing just 187 points per game. We saw the beatdown they laid on Michigan State and Little Brother. Now, granted, it was Little Brother. I'm not saying we should put all of our eggs in that basket, because we know how horrible they are. They're a horrible, horrible football team. They wear vile, disgusting colors in green. The only thing more vile and disgusting than that vomit green is with the buck nuts called scarlet and gray in Columbus. That's also vile and disgusting. Makes me want to projectile vomit. I'm just saying we should look out for Minnesota. Keep an eye out on Minnesota. Pretty sure we have them coming up in the coming weeks. Keep an eye out for Minnesota. I'm going to end it with this. 41-6 Michigan. Monday, I'll be right back here with a fresh episode to recap this 41-6 victory that Michigan goes to Iowa City and puts on Iowa and the Hawkeyes. We got to have it. Jim Harbaugh's got to have it. Right here, you heard it. Jim Harbaugh's first victory in Kinnick Stadium will be a glorious one. Until next time, make sure you follow the Twitter, U of M Madman. Make sure you follow, we have an Instagram now, follow that, same U of M Madman. Like and subscribe, comment. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far. It's a small following so far, but we're going to grow this thing into a monster. Thank you for rocking with the Madman. This is gonna be a great season.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna calm down, son. I just don't get that all that mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
and how
down.
the